On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two? Win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's it. Ready, 58. Come on. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Jackson on the...
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Switzer on the return. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
At the Ravens' 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 48, come on. Check, 48, 8.
Here's a give to Fournette. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff to Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Jackson to Boykin, first down Baltimore.
First down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Oh, looking. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
They'll run here with Ingram. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Jackson now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field.
27-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
I got homies that can sleep with Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like they were popping in. Gon' pop it for me cause I'm watching popping in. Yeah, little bit.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
On the play, recovered by Baltimore.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Oh, the spin.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on them.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Andrews.
11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Raven
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Jackson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the run, it's Fournette. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worry about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
2 yards on the pickup.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
The 31-yard line.
They're running it.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Shreds the tackle, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
control, puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Ravens 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he stopped immediately there.
Mark Ingram.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On 1st down, Ingram. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
The ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. 20. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they